The MRC DTP is a Medical Research Council doctoral training partnership hosted by King's College London, and we specialize in biosciences. So we offer full studentship, which includes the fees and a stipend for home, so UK resident student, but also for international students. So we have three main themes. We have cells, molecule, and the basis of health and disease. We have neuroscience and mental health. And our last theme is biomedical engineering and medical imaging.
One of the benefits of choosing to come to the MRC DTP at King's is the flexibility that we have. It really is a student-led initiative.
So when you join us, you can choose to do a traditional straight PhD. Our PhD is all funded for 4 years. You could also choose to go into a new theme that we've established, which is called the iCase. This is a 4-year PhD in partnership with an industrial partner, where you can learn more about what that company is doing. And our third pathway, which is called the 1+3, the first year is spent as an MRS student, and then at the end of that first year, you select one of the projects that you've done in your first year, and that is the basis of your PhD. And the PhD in that case will now be 3 years.
I chose the straight PhD pathway, and my area was the neurosciences and mental health. I had already had a master's, and I'd also worked sort of with industry and also with a university for a year as a research assistant, so I already had the experience and I knew I wanted to do a PhD. For me, I'm really glad that I chose a DTP because of that cohort community feel. You can collaborate, so I've already met friends in other departments who we've collaborated with on projects, and I think not having those extra training workshops and that extra support and structure, I think, would be a lot more difficult.
So I think one of the things that's really interesting about iCase is the focus on translation, developing entrepreneurial skills and developing commercial projects. It is a great way to get training on the realities and the practical details of taking an idea, developing it to deliver impact and have services for patients and people.
So the reason I chose the iCase pathway was because I have that kind of desire to do translational research. My partner in the iCase is Orchard Therapeutics, and they're a biotech company that work in gene therapy. So you go into their potentially the research and development team or the manufacturing process. If you do want to make that transition to industry, having that extra iCase experience will just give you that edge against other candidates.
I decided to do rotations, and I'm really happy that I did because it helped me get a sense of what I'm interested in. The other thing is I found that everyone has a very different supervision style. Some people are quite hands-on, some people prefer to check in with you every once in a while. And I think it's very valuable to be able to see what supervision relationship you can expect.
The amount of things I learned in the different rotations and how different actually people lead their groups was quite surprising to me. And then you can decide which one you fit into and also which project you fit into.
So in the MRes year, I chose 3 different projects to undertake, and I specifically chose projects that were quite different to each other. Having those rotations really helped me to understand what kind of researcher I want to be. It's provided a solid foundation for me to understand where I want to go next, whether that's the academic route or industry.
We offer a lot of training opportunities. We have training in experimental design, and we will also give you a little bit of direction towards what kind of statistical approaches can be used to do that. We have training in research ethics and integrity. And the third kind of compulsory training that we do in the first year is on developing critical thinking skills. There are also a catalogue of many different workshops in response to student demand. So when students come to us and they tell us, there's something that they would like to learn that we're not delivering, we will try and develop that training.
I'm really looking forward to see how we are going to deliver our very ambitious plan about diversity and inclusion and equality.
We try to reflect our community, the balance of our community, really working hard to make sure that the programme can cater to everybody and offers equal opportunities across the board.
In general, King's does really care about diversity with the K+ programme and even the Aspire programme. But in this DTP especially, I feel like rather than being perceived as a Caribbean black man, I'm being perceived as a researcher, and I never felt like my race has been a topic of conversation or been a hindrance. And I think it's due to the understanding and caring nature of all the people in this programme and the students.
I think It's really important that you have a program and an executive that run that program that really has the care of the students right at the forefront, and that is our primary aim, is to support them to try and make an enriching program that they will come out of it hopefully feeling fulfilled.
I think the DTP offers so many things around the pure PhD. Then on top of that, you have a lot of training opportunities that are either funded or even hosted by the DTP itself, going far beyond that what you need for your PhD, but actually helps you develop for your postdoc.
I can feel myself becoming a better scientist every single year. The quality of the science is incredible. We have a really supportive team. We also have a very friendly and diverse student cohort, and the overall experience is just amazing.